get set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the L.A. Chargers taking on the New England Patriots. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Herbert going to go to the air right away. Gates with a grab. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Play action. It's Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? It was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a deep one for Johnston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Pats are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Brady. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So problems with air and passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
Sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. You look at this Patriots defense. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll go right back to Nwangwu. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On first down, it's Herbert. He gets it to Johnston. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Marcus Jones there for the tackle. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Able to fight. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Brady going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. Herbert's this throw taken in by Johnston. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. He'll field this at the 5. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 15. Drive will start with Nwangu. And now off to the races down the right side. Racing to the end zone. Touchdown, LA! Kene Nwangu. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Here's Brady. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Now Brady. Another catch there for Waddle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That goes for a gain of 31. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
To throw, it's Brady. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that?
He's got a man complete. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Patriots first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now a give right side. McCollum and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Gets past 1 man. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Brady. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, L.A. Quentin Johnston, 78 yards. And the Chargers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Chargers 28, Patriots nothing. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Not a whole lot of room to run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the great move. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. Now a short one to Gesicki. He's across midfield. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action. Now it's Brady. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 19. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. McCollum. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Throwing now is Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through 1 tackle. Gosh, he winds up getting 8 there. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. That wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Now Brady. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Now he's loose at the 40. They juked him. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the...
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. Give left side here for Nwangu. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
It fights him off. Escaping the pressure right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now it's Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now Herbert off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chargers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now.
Patriots nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
56 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. McCollum knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, McCollum. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Go.
Up the middle they go. McCollum. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll run on first down. McCollum, and just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
That's a really nice play, being able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1 yard gain. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Big Lion.
On third down, here's Stevenson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. One quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. Takes it to the 26, just a 1 yard gain. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 33. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. That time they're able to bottle him up, and he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And Rudolph has it left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
126 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Los Angeles.
Back to Nwangu again on first down.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be second and goal now.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Patriots, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Okay, quick.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cox. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
And when the defense wins and gets up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Second and 10.
Go, Reed, go.
Now a give right side. It's Cox. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Panther Street, Panther Street.
Now a handoff up the middle. Cox, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3.
Hey, check that, street. Go.
Now a give right side. It's Cox. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
On 3rd down, it's Cox, and he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to